Hi guys. Last week Saturday, we did this live show. Great experience. In one of our conversations, I said the bigger percentage of women are not 10 over 10. A lot of women in the comment section said, "Oh my God, I'm a 10 over 10. I'm 100 over 10." From the lens of a man, I feel the need to make a tidbit talk about what makes a 10 over 10 woman on a physique level and then energy level. Let's dive into it. Don't come for my head though. You know how me I talk. I don't necessarily speak recklessly. Let's see. Ta 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 ta. Okay, we are on. I don't necessarily speak recklessly, but I am a truth teller. On a surface level, put your shoulders down like this, a woman. The bigger percentage of women cannot accomplish this. Your shoulders like this, it has to be on the same footing. Not when you do it like this. Not when you do it like this. I'm talking about like this. It has to be on the same footing, the same level with your hip, like side by side. So you see most women will put their shoulders like this because life has been around for a long time. You understand? Women know these things, but men also know this because men are consumers of whatever you are as a woman. And very few women can accomplish this, where your shoulder and your hip is on the same level. So that means you have a tiny waist. I'm not talking about chubby or fat women. Don't come for my head though. I'm for your body. This is a podcast, so we talk anything. Another thing, the size of your boobs is not too big for your ass. It's one thing to be busty. It's another thing for that boobs to rhyme with your ass. Does that make sense? And another thing, the size of your legs is not too small or too big for your body. Have you seen those women that they have the perfect banging body, the perfect ass, but their legs are just too thin legs like this? Does that make sense? Now, talk about face. Your lips are not too big for your face. Your nose are not too big for your lips. Does that make sense? Because your beauty is your currency. So men know all these things. And women know this. When women take pictures with themselves, they shorten their shoulders like, you get me? They make it smaller. It's all seduction. You get my point? Very, very few women can accomplish this without makeup, without gadu. Gadu is that thing they put on their, you understand, to tighten. You get what I'm talking about? Fresh, early in the morning, stark naked, go to the mirror though. Go and size yourself up. You will see what I'm saying is the truth. I can look at your picture as a man. I can see you one-on-one right now and say, no, you are average, which is what most women are, 5, 6 over 10. But because you get the attention of men, it is easier for you to mistake that attention and say, I think I'm a 10 over 10. No, you are not. But that being said, the bigger percentage of successful men, they will not select a woman that her shoulder rhymes with her hips, she's banging, perfect legs, perfect boobs, perfect ass, her face is asymmetrical, or symmetrical. You know that thing now. They would usually not select those women for wives. They would usually select women that their beauty are not all shining. They are like basic. And women find this. It was last week that I noticed that, okay, women find it almost insultive. Like, what do you mean by, like, you prefer a basic? A basic woman, a lot of men will see her and not think about sex. That is a wife. That is a wife, man. You know, we can play with a 10 over 10. And usually, another reason why most men prefer random chicks, you get me, for wives, They have life will teach them to have other avenues to make them more attractive. It's not just their beauty. Most 10 over 10, 15 over 10, 20 over 10 women, because these women exist and they are very, very few. They are who we call the apex of women. You get me? On the physique level, because that's your currency. Those women usually don't have anything outside of their beauty. You get me? Just constructive conversation like this, they usually don't have common sense. But of 5 or 6 over 10, you understand? Like, check this out. There are some women that their lips is too big for their face. You get what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be. But if you do, it can come off as, it might be an attractive thing. You understand? When your face, you have big lips, but it's perfect for your face. You get me? But if 5, 6 over 10 that has big lips, she has big nose. Like my nose, for example, I have big nose, but I'm a man. Remember, I'm a rich man. That's different. Yeah, I might not be on the physical level as a man. I might not be a 10 over 10 perfect, good-looking man. But come on now. I be Gucci. I have money. That's different. And I'm tall. I'm 6'3". I have like 1 or 2 lines like this to turn to 6'4". That's different for men. For women, my good looks is not a currency. Kojawo, as a man, a good-looking man, it is a plus to be good-looking. But a beautiful woman, a good-looking, most women don't know this. Common sense is valuable for a woman to possess. Most women don't have common sense. They don't want to lock bolo tara. The bigger percentage, but don't come for my head. We are just talking. It is a Titbit talk. Now let's come back to it. When I said in previous contents, I prefer to look at the legs of a woman to select a woman. I prefer to look at her legs. You get me? Not the boobs, not the ass, not the face. You see that legs. And when I say the legs of a woman, most people believe I'm talking about the toes. The legs, we're talking about the calves, the formation itself, the knees, the ankles, not the toes. I don't need you to sexualize yourself. I don't need to see your thighs, your laps. The back of your calves is okay to predict the structure of your whole body. I am a man that loves women. Come on now. I love, you would think I womanize, but I don't. I don't womanize. I prefer one woman. And that one woman, I don't, not 10 over 10, usually 5 or 6 over 10. Then I'll start tuning the body to become what I want, which is around 7, 7.5. That is a wife. That is a wife. But most women will not listen to this. This one I'm saying right now, they will come for my head. Get that. You will be okay. You get me? And there are many, many, many levels. If you want, use your purse to cover your stomach so we don't know that you have pot belly. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I should not have said that. I'm not going to start this video again. I said what I said. If you like, do your shoulder small like this to make us believe that your shoulder is on the same level as your hip. We that consume you, men that feed off of that feed you, that chop you, we know now. We know you have broad shoulder. Not most though. Some women have shoulders like this, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. We know that. We are still going to marry you if you have common sense. But the problem I have with last week's podcast was the bigger percentage of women believe they are 10 over 10. No, my love. And most women like the idea of, is not going to want to say no to this. Most women believe that it is their beauty that makes men marry them. It's not your beauty, my love. You can be a 5 over 10 and a top echelon, apex level man is going to run after you, pursue you to the end of the world and say, I want to marry you. Common sense is valuable for women. Common sense, intelligence. And intelligence is as simple as you not talking too much. You operating like you don't see everything. You don't always have to voice your complaint. You don't always have to nag. That is intelligence. Intelligence is you knowing when to talk and when not to talk. Intelligence is valuable for a woman to possess. My voice will not. What is that language that they use? They will say, I will not succumb to silence. Okay. An intelligent woman, you understand, she knows how to voice her complaint without nagging. Because, we have different expectations for ourselves. But in the world of a man, a 10 over 10, it's not just surface level. Surface level is just your beauty. That's why your beauty will attract a man. And when we start having conversations with you, we say, nah, she's a low level woman. She's beautiful, but no common sense. No. And then on energy level, Masha, I don't even take me there. She's a demon. Useless. Because your energy as a woman is supposed to uplift a man. You understand what I'm saying? That is on energy level. It's supposed to uplift a man, not bring him down. That is on energy level. But people like us that work for God, we know all this, we see you. But that's a conversation for another day. I think I said a lot. Most of you, your attention span. That is one thing about women of today. Their attention span is small like this. Yea, shall be fine. I said what I said. Be well.